Hello everyone, welcome to Apti Plus Academy for Civil Services. This is a video and daily topic-wise news analysis where I'll be covering the news from the Hindu and Indian Express. So I'll be covering the most important news of the day, and additionally I'll be supplementing the content of the news with some relevant information that can help in prelims and mains examination. So let's get started with the topic first. Today is 24th of March. The first topic is 116th meeting of the Permanent Indus Commission. So this is coming after 2 years. The second is China-Russia propose new security dialogue platform. So this is a platform which is aiming to boost the China and Russia relationship. Third, government not to inculcate the people for 45 years in the COVID-19 vaccines. Earlier, it was only for the people who are above 65 year of the age group, 60 year of the age group. Now the 45 plus would also be included in that. The second last is PF contribution, that is Provident Fund contribution cap for the tax-free income has been doubled. And the last is recalibrating India-Taiwan ties. So these are some of the important news article and editorial in today's newspaper. Apart from this, we'll have some MCQs question at the end of this session that is going to help you in the upcoming prelims examination. And before we start this session, a heartiest congratulations to all the aspirants who have qualified mains 2020. Yesterday, UPSC has announced its mains examination result, and they have called number of students for the personality test. Right now, this would be the last stage to hit the bullseye, and we at AptiPlus, with our all best endeavor, are coming up with a mock interview program 2020. So what you can do, this is a free DAF analysis that would be done, where the state-based questionnaire would also be there. Free interview study material would be provided, and this is by online and offline facility would be there. So some of the eminent board member panel of the mock interview include D.D. Sharma, Anil Sinha, and S.S. Srinivasan, and V. Tyagarajan. So these are the board members. So if you want to watch our previous editions of the mock test series, you can refer to the YouTube channel of AptiPlus, where the mock session of the toppers has already been uploaded. So ensure that you, if you're a selected candidate on the mains, you are appearing for the free mock interviews, right? So what you have to do, you have to just refer to the video link description. वहाँ पे मैंने वीडियो में इसके लिंक दे दिया जहाँ पे आप रजिस्टर कर सकते हैं. You can avail the benefit. So this is starting from 1st April 2021. Now the news first, that is 116th meeting of the Permanent Indus Commission. So Indus Commission is again very important in terms of the relationship between the India and Pakistan. So this can be again important for general studies paper 2 in mains. And if you talk about prelims examination, Indus Commission के बारे में directly सवाल भी आपसे पूछे जा सकते हैं. So after a gap of more than 2.5 years, जो पाकिस्तान की delegation है, that have recently begun the meeting on the Permanent Indus Commission, also known as PIC, Permanent Indus Commission, right? And the meeting is viewed as a part of broad process, right? जहाँ पे पाकिस्तान ने recently ये कहा है कि they are trying to improve the relationship with India, and they are working on the problem that was actually existing in both countries, right? So this is the first gesture that is coming from the Pakistan in terms of normalizing the bilateral ties between the two countries, right? Now, if you talk about the meeting, this is a 2-day meeting. The commission is begun to lead the Indian side by the Indus Water Commission. India के तरफ से Indian Water Commissioner जो है, he would be representing the India. And now from the Pakistani side, the Pakistan Commissioner of Water would be the part of the Pakistan delegation. And the last meeting, if you talk about the last meeting, which was actually held on August 2018, after which it has actually not happened. So the meeting was, if you go up the provisions of the Indus Water Commission, वहाँ पे ये कही गई है कि हर 1 year में हर members को meeting रखनी है, but it has been delayed because of not holding a good relationship with Pakistan and India. Now the event, why this event has commenced now, because Pakistan is celebrating its National Day organized by the Pakistan High Commissions. And meeting aims to achieve the peace between the India and Pakistan, and both countries had resolved the outstanding issues. So Pakistan has firmly said that they're looking forward to improve the relationship in terms of trade, economy, and bilateral relationship. Now, about Permanent Indus Commission, if you talk about PIC is something that would be again important for the prelims examination. So they can ask you anything, two statement question or single statement question. So Permanent Indus Commission is a bilateral commission of official from India and Pakistan, and this was created to implement and manage the goal of Indus Water Treaty, which was actually signed in 1960. तो 1960 में जब इंडस वाटर ट्रीटी साइन की गई थी, उसके प्रोविजंस उसको रेगुलेट करने के लिए, मॉनिटर करने के लिए परमानेंट इंडस कमीशन की एस्टैब्लिशमेंट की गई थी. Now there are some functions of this commission. First is to study and report the to government of any problem related to development of water of rivers. This is the first functions. The second is to solve the dispute arising from the water sharing. If any problem or any issues with related to water sharing is there, both countries would be mutually resolving that particular issues. Third is to arrange the technical visits to project sites, critical riverhead and works, and to undertake once in a 5 year a general tour of the inspection of the river and incenting facts. So the inspection is also scheduled every 5 year, right? And the last is to take a necessary step for the implementation of the provisions of the treaty. So whatever provisions are there, that has to be equally implemented, and both countries, India and Pakistan, would be equally held responsible for that. So this is all about the Permanent Indus Commission. So I have given you some additional information that can help you in the prelims examination as well. Now coming to the other news, that is China, Russia proposes a new security dialogue platform. So this is important for your general studies paper 2 in the bilateral regional grouping. If you talk about the news, recently we have seen that China and Russia, they have proposed a setting up of regional security dialogue platform, right? Where they are aiming to address the security concern of the country in the region. And if you see growing tension with United States, both for the Russia and China, they are looking forward to how both Russia and China can establish their own bilateral relationship, a healthy relationship, right? So the proposal come after the meeting between the China and Russia. They have recently held a meeting. और the दोनों side हैं from Russia and China. They proposed to the establishment of regional security dialogue platform. And both country is already the part of SCO, जो Shanghai Cooperative Organization है, उसके दोनों members हैं of the security grouping, which also includes India. So if you talk about SCO, India is also the part of SCO. So अब SCO के बारे में भी prelims examination point of view से जरूर चीजों को देख लें. Now it calls for true multilateralism. What is true multilateralism in terms of China and Russia and how they view the multilateralism in their concept? So first and foremost, they have rejected the ideas of US which call for रूल बेस्ड ऑर्डर. तो यहाँ पे इन्होंने जो यूएस की जो थीम है, जो टैगलाइन है रूल बेस्ड ऑर्डर को, उसको इन्होंने एंडोर्स नहीं किया, जो कि कोर्ट समिट में भी की गई थी. बट ये जो दोनों कंट्रीज हैं, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट चाइना एंड रशिया, सो दे वांट that all countries should follow a purpose and principle of Charter of United Nations. This is what both country has to show. And they said like upholding that true multilateralism would be the core idea for these two countries, making international relation more democratic. And last is accept and promote the peaceful coexistence and common development of countries, different social system and development paths, right? So these are some of the essential core ingredients and components that call Russia and China as true multilateralism. Now discussion over the ranges of issue, because they are discussing wide range of issues. So some of the issues that was discussed in the meeting between the China and Russia include the issues on Afghanistan, Iranian nuclear issues, climate change, that is the Asia Pacific situation. And both China and Russia has criticized US and European Union for their recent sanction on Russia and China. So there has been sanctions from United States to Russia and China, and because of which these countries are not very optimistic with regards to the relationship with United States or European Union. Now the other news, that is government not to inculcate the people above 45. So as we know that the cases of COVID-19 is on the surge, the new cases, the fresh cases has also been reported in India, and mostly 5 states in India has been reported the highest number of cases. That include Mumbai, where the lockdown has already been imposed, and Nagpur and other cities. So this is important for your general studies paper 2, issues related to development and management of health. So amid the rise in the new cases of the COVID-19, this is COVID-19, the COVID-19 cases. So what government is trying to do, they are giving the nod to inculcate the people above 45 irrespective of the comorbidities. तो पहले क्या था, अभी जो रीसेंट गाइडलाइन है अभी तक के लिए वो 60 प्लस के लोगों को गवर्नमेंट वैक्सीनेशन दे रही है, और 45 प्लस के लोगों को तभी वैक्सीनेशन दी जाएगी इफ दे आर कोमॉर्बिड. सो दीज वर द कैटेगरी. नाउ द कोमॉर्बिड कैटेगरी हैव बीन रिमूव्ड बाय द गवर्नमेंट, right? Now all citizens would be eligible for the COVID-19 vaccination from 1st of April 2021. So what you have to do, you have to register yourself in the COVID platform, and you can accordingly be allocated with the hospital where you will be getting the vaccinations. Now at present, only citizens above 60 and 45 with the comorbid categories are allowed to get the vaccination done. Now the decision has been taken by the Union Cabinet on the basis and advice of the COVID task force and the expert committees. Now vaccination so far, if you talk about the number of the vaccination that was going, so over 4.85 crore people have received at least one doses of the COVID-19 vaccines. So this is what actually India has achieved, and around 80 lakh has received the second doses so far. And the Union Health Secretary have directed the state and union territories that the government has expanded the priority group that include all person aged 45, right, and above. और सारी registration होगी कोविन ऐप पे, where you can register yourself begin from 1st April, and the official were also been directed to take all the corrective measure and expansion measure which covers the people age group from 45 itself, right? तो यूनियन जो हेल्थ सेक्रेटरी हैं उन्होंने ये सारी चीज़ों के लिए ऑलरेडी डायरेक्टिव्स दिए हैं स्टेट और यूनियन टेरिटरीज को. Now PF contribution cap for the tax-free income double. This is news which has been reported in Indian Express, and this can be important for your general studies paper 3 in Indian economies and issues related to planning, mobilization, resource and growth. So recently, when the budget was presented, 2022 budget with there, the finance minister has proposed कि जो interest होगी, tax जो होगी interest income में on the contribution of the PF, that was like 2.5 lakh per year. Now it has increased, it has raised to 5 lakh rupees per year, right? Now, in a major relief to large number of middle to high income earners, the government ने इस लिमिट को डबल कर दिया है ताकि इंटरेस्ट फ्री इनकम उनको मिल सके और कोई भी उसमें इनकम टैक्सेबल ना, राइट? So this would be applicable to all contributors beginning from 1st April 2021. So whatever announcement that has been made in the budget, that usually being implemented from 1st April 2021. Now the decision to increase the cap on the employment provident fund contribution would have a tax exemptions like from 2.5, now it has become 5 lakh per annum. So make sure you know this, because this can be a very possible question in the prelims examination as well. Now justifying जिस तरह से गवर्नमेंट ने स्टैंड लिया, उन्होंने कहा कि जो एम्प्लॉइज थे उनकी contributions काफ़ी ह्यूज हो रही थी और they were getting a lot of taxes on that, right? So this would be somewhere benefiting the tax benefit to the people. But यहाँ पे एक चीज़ और गवर्नमेंट ने ध्यान रखा है कि जो हाई नेटवर्थ इंडिविजुअल है, जिसको HNIs भी कहते हैं, जिनकी इनकम काफ़ी ज़्यादा है, फ्रॉम द बेनिफिट ऑफ द हाई टैक्सेस इंटरेस्ट इनकम, उनके जो कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशंस है उनमें कुछ कैपिंग रहेगी. लाइक 2.5 जो टैक्सेबल एग्जेम्पशंस थे उसको भी 5 किया जाएगा, बट नॉट मोर देन दैट, राइट? So whatever they earn, 5 lakh of rupees would be exempted from the taxes, right? So they would be counted as non-taxable incomes. Now recalibrating India-Taiwan ties. So this is again an important news. Bilateral regional grouping, India's agreement and international relation point of view से भी काफी important point है. And mostly this type of question is important for your mains paper. So India and Taiwan are celebrating 25 year of their partnership, और ये जो growing relationship है that has been low key affair. India hesitant to acknowledge the improving ties in public. So India were not mostly focusing on Taiwan, but giving the due importance to each and every country, India recognizes the importance of Taiwan, and in light of that, they're trying to strengthen the relationship with Taiwan. Now, कुछ mutual efforts की बात करें, so the time has come to recalibrate India and Taiwan relationship, which India acknowledged at this point of time. और अगर बात करें mutual efforts की, तो India and Taiwan have enabled a range of bilateral agreement covering agriculture. सबसे important उसमें agriculture होगी, investment, custom cooperations, civil aviations, industrial cooperation, and other areas. So these are the wide area and ranges that India and Taiwan is looking forward to work upon. Now, cultivating political framework, how this would work. So creating political framework is a prerequisite for doing this. तो political framework बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है, और जो दोनों countries हैं, they have increasing deep and mutual respect, underpinned openness, democracy and diversity are the key principle of collective growth. उसके बाद कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ों पे जो बिलीफ है, जो फेथ है, वो भी शेयर की जाएगी, लाइक फ्रीडम, ह्यूमन राइट, जस्टिस, rule of law, continues important, and partnerships. And both are looking forward for a meaningful and creating an empowered person on the task force that chat out roadmap for the given timer. So, like what India is trying to do, they are inculcate some things that calls for a strengthening relationship with Taiwan, and at the same time, जितने wide range of issues हैं, उनको भी cover किया जाना चाहिए. Now, cooperations in the healthcare. So, India has been a forefront to fight against the COVID-19. Likewise, Taiwan ने भी बहुत ही important pandemic के time में अपनी contributions दिखाई है. They have underlined the deepened healthcare cooperations, and India and Taiwan has already collaborated in the area of traditional medicines, right? And this is a time to expand the cooperation between the two countries in the healthcare sectors. Now, bio-friendly technology की बात की गई, अगर ताइवान की बात करें, so this is again a valuable partner. जिस तरह से एयर क्वालिटी एक बहुत बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है, इट्स अ मैनमोथ मतलब होता है एक बहुत बड़ी चैलेंज, राइट? सो दिस इज अ बिगर चैलेंज वेयर इंडियन गवर्नमेंट के जहाँ पे स्टबल बनने की जो प्रॉब्लम है, वो एक बहुत बड़ी कंसर्न है एयर पॉल्यूशन को लेकर के, एंड ताइवान कुड बी अ वैल्यूबल पार्टनर डीलिंग विद द चैलेंजेस विद बायो फ्रेंडली टेक्नोलॉजीज. नाउ सच मेथड्स आर अप्लाइड to converted agriculture waste value and environmental beneficial renewable energy. Now, they will also have a win-win situation. It will help decline with the air pollution and also enhance the farm incomes. Now, further, both countries can undertake the joint research and development initiatives in the field of organic farmings. Now, if you talk about the economic ties, अगर बात करें ताइवान की, so they are the world leaders in terms of semiconductors, right? So semiconductors और electronic components में they are the world leaders, और ये एक इंडिया के लिए बहुत ही बड़ी अपॉर्चुनिटी है कि वहाँ पे इन्वेस्टमेंट अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ को एक्सप्लोर किया जा सकता है. And the signing of bilateral ties in 2018 was an important milestone, जहाँ पे 200 ताइवानीज कंपनीज को, जो ताइवानीज कंपनीज हैं, चाहे वो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स की हो, कंस्ट्रक्शन हो, पेट्रोकेमिकल्स, मशीन्स, इंफॉर्मेशन एंड टेक्नोलॉजी और ऑटो पार्ट्स ऑपरेशंस में, उनके लिए भी अपॉर्चुनिटी एक्सप्लोर की गई थी, रखी गई थी. Now the policy makers need to coordinate better with the business community, जहाँ पे वो नेविगेट कर सके, रेगुलेट कर सके, एंड कल्चर जो लैंडस्केप है वो दोनों कंट्री के बीच में एक और अच्छी चीज़ों को एस्टैब्लिशमेंट करने में मदद करे, राइट? सो दिस इज हाउ इकोनॉमिकल टाइज कैन ऑल्सो बी द पार्ट ऑफ द कल्चरल टाइज, and again it will be boosting the employment generation in the country. Now, moving to the MCQs question of the day. The first question is from the Maritime Sea Summit 2021. It focuses on the upgradation of infrastructure in India, aims to strengthen the vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat, and Denmark is a partner country for the 3-day summit. So what you have to do, you have to write the correct option. Where you have to write the correct option in the comment section. तो आप comment section में जाएं इस वीडियो के, और उस comment section में अपने आंसर A, B, C, D जो भी आपको correct options लगते हैं वहाँ पे आप लिख सकते हैं. Now, coming to the second questions, like Swachhta Sharthi Fellowship, the Government of India under the Waste to Wealth mission launched the Swachhta Sharthi Fellowship, and the Waste to Waste mission is one of the 9th national mission of the Prime Minister Science and Technology Innovation Advisory Councils. So again, you have to be a little cautious about choosing the options. So this is a right time that you practice a lot of questions because we have no upcoming prelims examination which is scheduled, and for that you need to practice a lot more questions, right? So this is something, a free initiative that is helping you in getting some good current affairs questions. Now, if you're new to our channel, do not forget to subscribe Apti Plus Academy for Civil Service on YouTube. And if you like this video, do not forget to give thumbs up. If you have any other concern, do let us know. We'll be more than happy to assist you. For time being, I'm signing off. Wish you all the best. Thank you so much for listening.